Welcome to the daily reflection for Awake and Aware Eating and Living. I wanted to go back to the topic that I talked about yesterday, discovering or living in our higher self, listening to our higher self, I think is the way I said it. And I want to touch on that again because there's something that's been a theme that's really important to me. It's something that I've learned deeply and that I want to share. It's about learning how to listen to our higher selves. And I say it that way because I somehow was taught along the way that I should know things that I've never been taught. And I always equate it, I use two examples. One is, and I used this yesterday, if somebody sits you in front of a piano and you've never sat at a piano and they tell you to play Beethoven's Fifth, you're not going to know how to do that. And you're not going to shame yourself. You're not going to berate yourself. You're not going to think, I should know how to do this. If somebody were to start speaking to you in a foreign language that you'd never heard, you'd never been taught, and you had no idea what they were saying, you had no idea how to speak back to them, how to communicate to them, you wouldn't again berate yourself. But so often, many of us, myself included, have berated myself, judged myself, thought negatively of myself because I don't know things that I assume I should. And one of those is listening to my higher self. And I give this example of my life. My parents, and I'm not picking on my parents, I didn't do this with my children either. I think us parents in general, not all, but most, I never sat down my children, and I was never sat down and said, honey, I want to teach you over time how to listen to your body. I want to teach you over time how to listen to that still small voice inside of you. In fact, the opposite was true. When I spoke about what I was experiencing in my body, I was often told that's not what I was experiencing. When I was listening to that still small voice inside of me, I was often told, nope, that's not what you're thinking, that's not what you're feeling, that's not reality. And I did the same thing to my children to some degree. So this concept of being awake and aware and knowing how to eat in a way that nourishes our body and knowing how to live in a way that nourishes our psyche and our heart and our spirit is something that we need to learn. And how do we learn it? We learn it by eventually, slowly surrounding ourselves with people who know a little bit more about it, reading books on it, watching YouTube videos, doing all those things, and really understanding that I can't know what I don't know. It's brought me this level of self-compassion, and it's brought me this level of compassion for others. When others are behaving in a way that I don't care for, that feels harmful to me or hurtful, to really, not that I don't feel those feelings and allow that to be, but to really also know they don't know any better. They don't know any better. And it doesn't mean I have to take it. I can set boundaries. I can get away from them. I can decide I'm not going to be in connection with them much. But to just know with compassion they don't know any better, just like I didn't and don't still on many topics. So that's our daily reflection for today. Just something to think about, giving ourselves permission to learn, giving ourselves really looking back at our past and our life and realizing I was never taught this. This wasn't modeled, this wasn't demonstrated. And that now I have the power, I'm empowered to learn. So thanks everybody for being here. And I hope everybody has a day where they have more awakening and more awareness about their true being and what they need to be everything they're meant to be in this lifetime.